And good morning, everybody. It's my Tally over here, old guys. And good morning, everybody. It's my Tally over here, old guys. And good morning. And I had a little bit of an audio loop. I apologize because I'm actually over on Twitch as well this morning. We are waiting for AMD's official launch to start on the RTX 6000 cards. But in the meantime, I thought we would sit here and talk a little bit. There can be a lot of people covering this and restreaming it, and I'm one of them because we've all been waiting to see what AMD drops. We're hoping it'll compete with NVIDIA, of course. You know, that goes without saying. Been a lot of conspiracy theories going on over in the feed on AMD's feed over on YouTube and several other content creators' feeds. A lot of people are of the consensus that in about 30 minutes to an hour that NVIDIA is going to make a huge drop of video cards. And just about everybody that's been waiting on one will be able to buy one today. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I think they'll drop some. I think they'll make a drop. I just don't think it's going to be enough to meet demand. Like the Zotac was supposed to have dropped this morning, and it never did show as available. So we'll see how that went. You know, maybe somebody will have news on that later today or tomorrow. I'm drinking me some Rays. I'm drinking some Galaxy Burst this morning to get started because I was up extremely late and got up extremely early. Now, I've been making some life changes. Now, today you'll see me with the cigarette stuff, but over the next 2 weeks, I'll be cutting cigarettes completely out of my life. I will be vaping, but I won't be smoking tobacco anymore. Whatever I have on hand here, when that's gone, it's gone. I won't be buying any more tobacco. So we are making some changes, and not only just my life, but that'll be in my stream as well. You know, because I smoke, and I think it's a bad influence, and it's a nasty habit. I quit once, almost 11 years ago. Would have stayed quit, but my daughter died, and I had some problems and stuff, and I went back to smoking, and I never looked back. I don't normally do energy drinks. I don't do sugar free, but I am repping Ray's Energy now. So I've tried their products. I don't endorse. I don't care if they're paying me or not. I don't endorse anything I don't believe in. So far, I've tried their sleep aid. Their hypersleep. Unfortunately, the green screen, the chroma key changes the colors of this stuff because this is not. It's got a lot of green or yellows in it. This was the sour gummies that I tried, and for something that's sugar free and all that, it actually tasted pretty good for a sleep aid. The one that surprised me was the energy drink that I drank last night, the sour gummy worms. That was really good for sugar free. I'm like, what are they sweetening that with? It. If they had not put sugar free on the can, I would have never known. And so I was really impressed with that. I don't know that I'll be drinking energy drinks every day because I drink a lot of coffee. Coffee and nicotine is my crack, and I'm getting rid of nicotine. I don't know that I want to get rid of coffee. So we're just sitting here waiting for their AMD to the launch event to start, and then we will be streaming that and covering that. I am monitoring the comments over on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, at Periscope TV. If you're on Twitter, there's other links in the video description for Facebook or Twitch and YouTube and Periscope TV as well. Choose one of those and run over there because Restream.io will pull the comments in from any platform that I'm streaming to directly. It'll be a Restream. Unfortunately, Twitter uses Periscope TV, so I can't monitor the comments from Twitter itself. I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about that short of opening a Twitter page, and I've got so much going on this morning. I don't want that. Have to have an extra page open trying to monitor comments over there. It's not that I don't care about my Twitter friends. I do. It's just that I've only got 2 monitors, and I've got stuff going on both of them. I'm still at least 2 monitors short. Back in the day, I ran 8 monitors, and Lightning and Age and stuff like that got all 4 of them. And I've been playing the monitor game here for the last 2 years. Now, this year, I have finally picked up 2 new monitors, and I'm hoping that things will turn around. I can get 2 more at least. get that taken care of. I've yet to figure out what to do about my live stream setup because it takes up so much room. We were intending to move it into remodel another room and set that up for the control room and move this into there, and it hasn't happened. People are having hard times, and I keep giving them a place to stay. So I've got people staying here. Hey, good morning, Larry. Yeah, we're not gaming on this one. We're waiting for AMD to do their launch coverage on the new Radeon RX 6000 series graphic cards. That should start in about 30 minutes. So if they are on time, if they're not, I can't do nothing about it. I just thought I would do a little pre-show conversation, give people time to find us and maybe join the conversation. Man, the feed over on AMD is blowing up. Oh my God. Pull that up so you can see it. You can't keep up with it. It's going so fast. Got a lot of NVIDIA fanboys in there, a lot of AMD fanboys in there, a lot of Intel fanboys in there. And I mean, they're fighting and fussing and going on. And I don't want to be mean, but some of these people, their conversation leads me to believe that they need to go back to school and work on that education. Or at the very least, go back to church and work on and getting some manners. Say, good morning, Mazen. How you doing? Now, I will be telling you all this every few minutes that here in the future, you won't be seeing me smoking anymore. When the cigarettes that I have on hand run out, there'll be no more. And y'all may not. I'll warn everybody when I'm down to the last pack. All my friends are laughing because they know me. They know that I can be real nice, but you don't want to be around me when I'm out of cigarettes and coffee and having a bad day. So I'm gonna try to do better than that. I'm working on it, but I have to admit that I don't know that there's probably gonna be times that I fail miserably. Hopefully, I don't lose any friends over it. Yeah. You can't even read that. It's going by so fast. Oh my God. Larry, are you checking out the new video cards? Are you waiting for one by chance? I am not on AMD's influencer list. I don't have any connections over there. But at this point, I do have enough money saved up that if the price is reasonable, I can buy an AMD card. I can buy a 3070. I'm supposed to be on the list for them to just send me a 3090 or a 3080 under the influencer thing. I'm on that list, but the supply was so bad that I never got one. I probably won't get one. I was talking to the rep over at NVIDIA that handles the press relations, and he off the record was telling me that the supply was so bad that not even the employees of NVIDIA could just get one. Well, I'm here, but I'm not gaming yet, Larry. We're doing something different today. I will be gaming later. But if you follow gaming and all that, or you're a gamer, then you probably understand how big the event today is with AMD. It's been a subject of conversation and speculation all year, and the that has done nothing but intensify over the last month as the announcement date has drawn closer. And of course, Nvidia failed miserably with their launch. That launch was a joke. And I sincerely hope that somebody over at Nvidia tunes in and hears what I have to say next. That was a sham. The only people that readily got the new video cards was the very top social media influencers like Linus Tech Tips, Bitwit, J2 Cents, Gamers Nexus, some others. Those that have the really huge fan base over on YouTube and such. They LTT literally got their cards and drivers before Nvidia's graphics card partners got the board design. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about. They didn't get their drivers until what, almost launch day. The Nvidia drivers, like it was just like less than a week before launch that they got the drivers. Zotac was supposed to drop today. The Zotac 3090. It never showed up as available online, so I imagine the scalpers got them all. That's another thing. If you want a 3080 or a 3090 today, they're all over on eBay. Scalpers scalped them all up, and they're selling for 2 and 3 times MSRP. Nobody can get one. Some of these sellers over there have got like 4 at a time, 6 at a time, 10 at a time. I see some people over commenting Team Red. At this point, it's whoever gets me a better graphics card first. A lot of the people that tune in on my gaming stuff, they know about my rig. We put together a rig this year, a brand new build, and we held off on video cards because I didn't want to go with the 20 series because the 30 series was right around the corner. We all knew that they were coming sometime in September. We just weren't sure of the date at the time, and I'm like, well, I'm going to wait because I'm on their influencer list, and I'll get one. And I've talked to them last week, and they're like, you're still going to get one. We just don't have any yet. Well, I've given up. I want this computer finished. I'm using. I started off using some Quattros that were donated to me, and I had put them in my old computer. And when I got this up and going, I pulled them Quattros out, put them over in here, and I installed the old video card back into the old computer. And that was fine until a week ago. My son caused a power surge and it knocked out one of the Quattros. I'm down to one video card, so I had to pull that 1070 out of the old computer, and I'm gaming on that 1070. And I have to admit that in this new computer with the new processor and the faster RAM and everything, it's doing a pretty good job. But it's still consistently running at 100%, under 100% load, and I need to do something about that. And I've slowly been gearing up to do 4K B-RAW. I've got, that's what this computer was built for, was for video production, not gaming. It's just that we're using it for gaming right now because that's all we have to do. Not that that's a bad thing. It's been a good thing. I'm very fortunate to have been able to use this computer for that. Ideally, I need a 3090 to replace both them Quattros. If I have to pay full retail for it, it won't happen. Because that money has never been in the budget on my end. But the original I had with NVIDIA is I was going to be able to get one at a fraction of the cost. Like Linus to LTT and them, they didn't have to pay for theirs. Theirs were shipped to them free. Hey, thank you, Larry. We appreciate it. Hopefully this will start in the next 5 minutes, and we can get right to that. I'm doing my stream a little bit different than everybody because I don't have a lot of followers over on Twitch yet. Most of my followers are over on YouTube or Facebook and Periscope TV. Actually, Twitter. Twitter's doing real well. I really should open a separate window for just Twitter. I may do that. But I'm going to have to move it so I can see this screen. Well, I've got it turned up. I don't know why it's low. That happens a lot. Let me bump the mic gain up, but see, now I'm feeding back. Let me try that. Hopefully that'll fix it. The problem that I have is when I go back and watch the live stream, my audio is fine, but I'm not watching it on a cell phone. I never have. Hold on here, I gotta move this out of the way. Thank you, Infinity Gaming. We appreciate it. Infinity Kings Gaming, Brian Small, and Jeff Afdal. That Jeff is the OG gangster in over on PUBG. Formerly known as OG Gamer Jeff. He's the other admin on Old Guys Gaming page on Facebook. We're partners on that page. But you can't even keep up with the comments over on the AMD feed. Are you watching that? Or can you see that, Jeff? It doesn't help that I've got lights hitting my glasses. But no, this started last night. This was going on at 11 o'clock last night when they put up the pre-show thing here, so people could set reminders. People have been on this feed since last night waiting for this to start. It's crazy. That's how important it is to the gaming community and computer community. You can't at a glance. It says I can't my glance. You need to fix your voice to text. It doesn't like you, Jeff. I have turned voice notifications off, the text to speech, because I do not want that interrupting the live stream of today. A common problem with AMD's last launch, last year. Here we go. tab. We're going to turn that music down on their stream a little bit. I can't even hear myself talking, it's so loud. Here we go. I really need 2 more monitors for that. Hey Omar, I will get with you after the stream to see what we can
Welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for this second half of our next-gen PC platform launch. I loved seeing all of your excitement when we introduced the Ryzen 5000 series a few weeks ago. It was actually the most watched launch video.
I need a
in AMD
moderator
history.
to help with the
comments. And I must say, we're
here.
very proud of what Zen 3 brings to gamers. But today is all about Big Navi. I'm really excited to show you the new RDNA 2 architecture and our full stack of Radeon RX 6000 series products. As you know, we brought the first generation of RDNA architecture to market in 2019 with the Radeon RX 5700 XT. And with the combined launch of the 5700 XT and the Ryzen 3000 series, AMD became the first company to introduce a high-performance CPU and GPU together. And we delivered a winning combination of computing and gaming performance, including CPU and GPU of the year in 2019 from PC Gamer. Now, 2020 is really the year of the gamer. I know many of you can't wait to get your hands on the next-gen consoles. Whether it's the Microsoft Xbox Series X and Series S or the Sony PlayStation 5, we are so proud that AMD is enabling these incredible gaming experiences, which is why we like to say that AMD is where gaming begins. Now, earlier this month, I showed you our new AMD Ryzen 5000 series, the world's best gaming processor. Our next-gen Ryzen processor combines absolute performance leadership in single-threaded performance, gaming, and creative workloads with leadership performance per watt. And for millions of you, it's a drop-in upgrade to your existing AM4 motherboard. Now, as successful as we've been with Ryzen, many of you have asked us to compete at the highest end of gaming GPUs as well. And today, we're ready to show you exactly what we've been working on. I'm so excited to show you the Radeon RX 6000 series. It's absolutely the most powerful gaming GPU we've ever built. I think you'll be pretty pleased with what you see. I often talk about the fact that we're on a journey, and we are on a journey. Just like with our Zen CPU architecture, we're on a multi-year journey in GPUs with our RDNA architecture. We designed RDNA specifically for gaming. And our first-gen RDNA products delivered 50% better performance per watt over our GCN architecture. We wanted to take another big step with RDNA 2 and deliver another 50% generational improvement in perf per watt. And with RDNA 2, we also set the very ambitious goal to deliver leadership gaming performance. And now I'm very happy to show you for the first time, Big Navi. This is the chip at the heart of our high-end Radeon RX 6000 series. 26.8 billion transistors built with leading-edge 7-nanometer process technology. Big Navi is our first product powered by RDNA 2. We have made incredible progress on the architectural front. And now let me turn it over to AMD fellow Laura Smith to give you more details on the architecture.
Thank you, Lisa. Our graphics architecture roadmap has a clear goal: gaming leadership across the ecosystem. The GCN was a great architecture, but we knew we needed to rethink graphics and build the best engine for the future. We wanted to build a set of technologies that game developers could use across all platforms. The first major step was RDNA, introduced last year. RDNA was a new architecture and used a 7-nanometer process node, which helped us with the large initial gains. We committed to you that our engineers had plans in the works for RDNA 2, and we would be back quickly with another significant improvement. By combining our expertise in CPU design, deep gaming history, and broad ecosystem partnerships, RDNA 2 is built to be the gaming architecture for all gamers across console, PC, and beyond. We had some very ambitious goals with RDNA 2. Significantly higher performance, 50% improvement in performance per watt, and new hardware features. Individually, each of these goals is challenging. When combined, they become extremely difficult because as you push performance, a natural side effect is more power. New features also mean more computation, further challenging both speed and power metrics. For RDNA 2, we made significant gains in all these areas. The compute unit is the core of the architecture. We advanced all aspects of the compute unit design, leveraging techniques first developed in CPUs. We deployed pervasive fine-grained clock gating, reimagined the pipeline to aggressively maximize performance while minimizing data movement. In combination, these elements made the compute units 30% more energy efficient, allowing them to be pushed faster. Gaming at 4K requires more data to be brought into the chip. The amount of data more than doubles as we move from 1440p to 4K. The more efficient the memory subsystem is, the higher fidelity the images are, and the more you can push the frame rates. We took a new approach to solving this technical challenge for gaming and deployed a graphics-optimized, high-density, high-speed cache based on the Zen L3 cache. We call this the Infinity Cache. The Infinity Cache minimizes DRAM bottlenecks, latencies, and power consumption. Our specialized Infinity Cache, combined with a 256-bit G6 interface, delivers more than twice the effective bandwidth of a traditional 384-bit G6 solution and at lower power consumption. High frequency is important for gaming performance. RDNA 2 is built with custom libraries and high-speed design flows, maximizing frequency in 7-nanometer. With RDNA 2, our silicon design and architectural improvements, we are able to deliver 30% faster frequencies in the same 7-nanometer process node. Pulling all this together, the RDNA 2 architecture beats our aggressive performance per watt goal, achieving 54%. With RDNA 2, we also focused on bringing new hardware features into the architecture. We partnered closely with Microsoft on DirectX 12 Ultimate features, including DirectX ray tracing, variable rate shading, mesh shaders, and sampler feedback. RDNA 2 will also support Microsoft Direct Storage API. We're excited about this new API that will enhance the gaming experience by significantly reducing game asset load times from large SSDs. We compared the performance of RDNA 2 to our prior generation. And when we put it all together, on average, RDNA 2 delivers double the performance and with great power efficiency. We are so proud of what we've accomplished with RDNA 2, and we are not stopping. The team is executing to plan, RDNA 2 is here, and the RDNA 3 team is well into execution. Let me welcome Scott Herkelman to show RDNA 2 in our new RX 6000 series products.
Hello to all of the gamers tuning in, and welcome to our Radeon RX 6000 series product reveal. As a hardcore League of Legends and Borderlands 3 player and playing these games on our RX 6000 series over the past few weeks, I'm so excited and proud to be here with you today. Allow me to introduce you to our brand new AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT graphics card. The 6800 XT is purposefully designed to play all of your favorite AAA games at 4K and below resolutions, and at the highest quality settings available. It comes with 72 compute units and runs with a game clock of over 2 gigahertz. This card features a 2.25 gigahertz boost clock that pushes some of the highest frequencies we've ever achieved, all thanks to the incredible work done by our engineering team on the RDNA 2 architecture. The 6800 XT will also feature 128 megabytes of Infinity Cache that is power efficient while driving the bandwidth needed for high-resolution gaming. Paired with 16 gigabytes of blazing fast GDDR6 memory, you'll be ready for the most demanding high-resolution games that you want to play. And we've delivered all of this incredible performance with a total board power of just 300 watts. As you can see, the 6800 XT not only delivers on 4K 60 frames per second, but in most cases, it overperforms. We've been maxing out all the settings in games like Battlefield 5, Borderlands 3, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and the performance has just been awesome to experience. Let's take a look at how the 6800 XT competes head-to-head against the latest offering from the competition. Here, we compare their best API scores to our best API scores, the best versus the best. And as you can see, the 6800 XT trades blows and has some significant wins across a variety of titles. And it does all of this at less power consumption than the competition. For the 1440p gamers out there, we have some great results for you too. Over the last several years, more and more gamers have adopted 1440p monitors as their display of choice. Here are the same games we showed you before, running the same best versus best API scenario at 1440p resolution. I personally love seeing so many games running at over 100 frames per second with all of the settings maxed out. This is just an incredible amount of performance. All in all, the 6800 XT is a fantastic choice for enthusiast gamers. We even have more performance we are delivering with 2 very cool features. The first is a one-click overclocking button we've built into our Radeon software package that we call Rage Mode. Now, Rage Mode automatically takes advantage of the overclocking headroom built into your GPU to give you every bit of performance it has to offer. And the second is made possible because of the fact that only AMD can deliver both high-performance processors and high-performance GPUs. We call this new feature AMD Smart Access Memory. AMD Smart Access Memory unlocks the greater amount of high-speed memory from the AMD Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards to the AMD Ryzen 5000 series processors, and it delivers additional levels of performance in games. Simply pair these components with our 500 series chipset motherboards, enable the setting in the BIOS, and the performance uplift becomes automatic. When you combine AMD Smart Access Memory with the one-click overclocking of Rage Mode, you'll get a boost in performance in many of the games you love. We're seeing up to a 13% performance increase, and that's before game developers begin to optimize for this new capability. Now, we know a lot of you absolutely love frames per second performance just like us. However, we can also improve the game experience by reducing latency. The differences of milliseconds of latency in a competitive game can be the difference between a major win and a major loss. Last year, we pushed the industry to recognize there was a better way to provide competitive gamers with less latency from mouse click to the screen, giving competitive gamers who own the RX 5000 series a serious leg up on their competition. Today, we are pushing the boundaries again and further reducing latency in competitive games for even better results. Combining the latest implementation of Radeon anti-lag with the FreeSync monitor can reduce lag in your DX9 and in your DX11 games. In Fortnite, for example, gamers can realize up to 8 milliseconds of latency reduction by simply enabling this feature in Radeon software. More recently, we introduced Radeon Boost, a unique feature that's a step beyond anti-lag. For select games, Radeon Boost offers dynamic resolution in response to your mouse or controller inputs, leading to higher frame rates and, as a result, quicker responses to your input. Both Radeon Anti-Lag and Radeon Boost can be enabled via the Radeon software that comes with your graphics cards, and neither of them require a proprietary API or a game integration to provide latency-reducing benefits. As you can see, the combination of these technologies can contribute up to 37% latency reduction in highly competitive games like Fortnite running at 4K. Now, performance is king, but let's talk for a minute about how we are improving the visual experience as well. With full hardware support for DX12 Ultimate, the Radeon RX 6000 series is ready to enable ray tracing and variable rate shading in upcoming titles. We've also expanded our library of Fidelity FX features to work hand in hand with ray tracing, compute, and shader effects to enable the higher level of visual fidelity while ensuring high frame rates. For DX12 Ultimate, we've added an optimized denoiser for ray tracing effects and a variable rate shading algorithm that can adapt image quality based upon luminance and motion. We've also added a suite of compute-based effects to be used alongside ray tracing, like optimized screen space reflections and an optimized ambient occlusion. We're always looking to help developers with new initiatives and are already working on a super resolution feature to give gamers an option for more performance when using ray tracing. As of today, our AMD Fidelity FX supported games list has grown to 35 titles using a variety of our features. So let's take a look at some of these new features in an upcoming game with never-before-seen footage from Counterplay Studios and their fantastic game, Godfall. Godfall is a brand new third-person perspective, next-generation looter slasher that challenges gamers to engage in high-impact melee combat as they hunt for loot, equip legendary armor, and defeat vicious enemies. Leveraging the latest DirectX 12 Ultimate API, Godfall features DirectX ray tracing, variable rate shading, and supports Fidelity FX casts to deliver incredible levels of stunning fidelity. I personally can't wait to play this game, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, let's hear from a few more of our game developer partners about the work they've done with us on RDNA 2 and what you can expect in their games coming soon.
I'm here to talk about Far Cry 6 and some of the new technologies we've been collaborating with AMD on to make our game the most immersive and beautiful Far Cry ever. We've been working together to take full advantage of the new Radeon RX 6000 series and RDNA 2 architecture for best possible experience. We've been very impressed by AMD's latest tech and joined forces to bring Fidelity FX casts, DXR ray tracing, and variable rate shading to Far Cry 6.
We're using VRS Tier 2 to use a compute shader to generate a control texture which analyzes the luminance and gives us control at an 8x8 tile level as to what shader rate we're going to be using. This enables us to render much more quickly but keep the same quality level.
We're excited to team up with great partners like AMD to bring some new features to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is built on a custom engine using the DirectX 12 Ultimate API. Another great feature on the RX 6000 is DXR ray tracing. Here you can see ray tracing evident in how the shadows are interacting with your character. What you're seeing involves incredibly complex computations on the RX 6000. This is a level of realism that hasn't been possible until recently.
The RDNA 2 architecture and the Radeon 6000 series allowed us to introduce some of the latest DirectX 12 Ultimate technologies into our engine. Real-time ray-traced shadows allow us to introduce additional shadow casting lights into the scene that provide much more immersion and detail into the world.
Over the next few weeks, developers of these incredible games will show never-before-seen gameplay with gorgeous graphics that use a combination of ray tracing and fidelity effects running on the Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards. Be sure to check out AMD.com starting tomorrow to see more. I'm happy to announce that the Radeon RX 6800 XT will be available on November 18th, starting at $649. But we are not done yet. Today, we are also announcing the Radeon RX 6800 with 60 compute units, a 1.815 gigahertz game clock with a boost clock of over 2.1 gigahertz. It will feature the same 128 megabytes of Infinity Cache and be available with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory with a board power of just 250 watts. The Radeon RX 6800 is a fantastic entry into 4K gaming, delivering more performance than the 2080 Ti, which was launched at $999. The 6800 delivers over 60 frames per second in all of these games, giving you the confidence you need to step into the 4K gaming experience. That same great performance extends to 1440p resolution, where the RX 6800 tears through the latest games, delivering about 18% more performance than the 2080 Ti on average. The Radeon RX 6800 will be available to gamers starting at a price of $579 on November 18th. Now, let's bring back Lisa to wrap things up.
Thanks, Scott and Laura. The AMD Radeon 6800 XT and 6800 deliver simply incredible 4K and 1440p gaming experiences. This is the power of RDNA 2. And once we add the smart access memory technology, gamers can even get higher frames per second when pairing Radeon 6000 GPUs with Ryzen 5000 series. Now, I saw online that some of you were wondering which big Navi product we previewed during our Ryzen 5000 launch earlier this month. For the record, that was the 6800 XT. But you know, we always save the best for last, and I always get the most fun jobs. So today, that means I have one more GPU to show you. We didn't stop with the Radeon RX 6800 XT. We knew that the RDNA 2 architecture could give gamers even more. I'm so excited to share with you for the very first time the AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT. Now, isn't this just absolutely gorgeous? And you'll see that it's actually relatively compact for all the performance that it delivers. It's actually the same size as our 6800 XT card. Our top-of-the-stack Radeon GPU is built for the ultimate in 4K gaming performance. The 6900 XT combines 80 compute units with a 2.25 gigahertz boost clock to deliver even more performance at the highest settings. With 16 gigabytes of graphics memory, the 6900 XT is ready for the most demanding next-gen games. And with the power efficiency of RDNA 2, we've been able to deliver all of this with a total board power of 300 watts. Now, Laura showed you that we achieved a 54% generational improvement in perf per watt with the 6800 XT. With the 6900 XT, we improved things even more, hitting 65% more performance per watt over first-gen RDNA. I'm so proud of our engineers who worked incredibly hard to optimize every aspect of RDNA 2 to achieve this performance. Now, let's see how all of this translates to gaming performance. Running at 4K with the highest settings, the 6900 XT looks absolutely fantastic. It's extremely competitive across the board, consistently delivering high frame rates in your favorite games. Just take a look at the performance we see against the competition in Battlefield 5, Call of Duty, and Gears of War 5. All of this is at lower power with a smaller card form factor. Now, let's talk about price and availability. The AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT will be available on December 8th, starting at $999. You asked for AMD to bring the highest graphics performance to the gaming market, and we're doing just that. I hope you now feel that with the Ryzen 5000 series and the Radeon 6000 series, AMD is your best choice for your next generation PC gaming platform. Whether you want a game with ultimate performance in AAA titles at 4K resolution, or you're an esports fan who needs incredibly high frame rates and responsiveness, across the board, for every gamer, at every price, AMD has the CPU and GPU combination for you. So I hope you're as excited as we are. We can't wait to get these products in your hands. So look for the Ryzen 5000 series starting November 5th, the Radeon RX 6800 series starting November 18th, and the Radeon RX 6900 XT starting December 8th. To wrap up here, this has been quite a journey for us. And I'm incredibly proud of our CPU and GPU teams who have worked years for this moment. AMD is delivering the best to the industry. We want to thank all of you for your passion and enthusiasm and for always pushing us to be the best.
Well, now, that is very interesting. The takeaway from all this is they don't outright beat NVIDIA, but they trade blows come across the board at every level, be it the 3070, 3080, or the 3090, for less money. If you're looking for something like the 3070, then and you're looking at the RTX, the RX 6800 itself. What was it? $549. I think the 3070 is going to be like $50 cheaper for once. That's unusual. However, I would wait for the people to get those in their hands and do some bench testing. AMD's been pretty good about their numbers not being too far off, unlike NVIDIA. But wow, the ones that caught my eye was the 3800 XT and the 3900 XT, of course. That 3900 XT trades blows with the 3090 for $500 less. The question is it as good? We'll just have to wait and see now. Say hello, Alexander. How you doing? I'm sorry it took me so long to answer. We'll probably have another conversation about this later in the week. I'll probably get that video up to YouTube here pretty quick. But wow, exciting year to be building a computer, isn't it? What with the new AMD processors, all the new video cards, even the 3070 trades blows with the 2080 Ti. It wasn't like a lot faster than the 2080, but it is as fast for what? $499? Wow. And they talk about the 2080 being, when it launched at $999. Well, you never could find it for that. It was always the cheapest I've seen it was 2 months ago at $1199. But on average, it was $12.99, and depending on which board you went with, which manufacturer, be it Asus or Zotac, whoever, some of those were all the way up to $1,900 for a 2080 Ti, and this just wasn't worth it. The performance gain over the 1080 just wasn't big enough to make me or anybody I know want to drop that kind of money. A lot of people did. We weren't one of them. And of course, now people are arguing over the price of the 3090 because it's only 20% faster than the 3080. They've never understood that even though they've marketed that at gamers, it's not really meant for gaming. It'll game, and it'll game very well. Don't get me wrong. That's not where it shines. And we've had this conversation before, so we won't get into depth on that. That's more for content creation and video production and workstation. It was meant to replace the RTX Titan and outperform the RTX Titan for $1,000 less. And when you look at it that way, it was a good deal, and it still is. However, that RX 6900 XT at $1,000 or $999, that's $500 less than the 3090. Hopefully we'll see the benchmarks on that here in the upcoming weeks, because it's officially announced. So I don't know what day the embargo is going to lift on all the content creators to do their bench testing and stuff, but I bet those come pretty quick. I got a feeling AMD is not going to drag their feet on that and hold it up too long. It'd be interesting to see what NVIDIA's response is, and to see if those, you know what? Let's go look. I'll bet they're still not available. Yeah, nobody has any. See? A lot of the conspiracy theories on social media today were wrong. See? Looks like I got that right because I didn't think there would be a drop. I just didn't think it would happen. We're going to wrap this up, and we appreciate y'all stopping by to check it out. Let me know what you think about the new video cards. And I'll be back on here after a while gaming on PUBG. So until then, this is Vitaly over here at Old Guys Gaming. Y'all stay safe. Hope you're enjoying your week. I'm out of here.